What I'm not about is lying. Own your bullshit. Own it, Joy Reid. Joy Reid says now that the comments found on her blog were not comments she made, and somehow a hacker chose to hack her. Now, it's possible, not probable. All right? And I'll tell you the reason why I believe it, okay? It's not just because she's Joy Reid, she works for MSNBC, and I believe she's been perpetuating the Russian narrative that I believe is false, or at least unfounded and unproven, like it's gospel. But that's not why I believe that Joy Reid's full of crap. It's because she copped to this a month ago, 2 months ago. She said, I did it, I apologize, so sorry. Now she's saying that wasn't me. Well, you can't have it both ways. What, you got some fixers? You got your own Olivia Pope come in from Scandal to tell you the best way to handle this is to say, deny it all. Well, I've already copped to it. Well, just deny it now. MSNBC star Joy Reid backpedals on apology for homophobic slurs published on her pre-fame blog. Now, we're talking 15 years ago. 15 years ago, comedy was different. Right? Come on, guys, let's keep it real. I'm not saying it was nice. I love comedy. I grew up hearing homophobic slurs. Didn't even know what it meant at the time. Like, what is that? I don't know. It didn't even mean sex. But the way she meant it in the blog, she did mean sex, because she was like, you should do this with George W. Bush, stuff like that. She did mean it because she called a man Miss Christie. Mrs. Christie, yeah, something like that. So, no, she meant that. But what I'm saying is it was a different time. I understand that. If you say, hey, it was a different time, I'm a different person, I don't joke like that, I don't look to get fame like that. And let me tell you something, guys. This is between us now. I know this is getting long-winded, but somebody told me last night, Tim, you're so rarely on these days, get a little, talk a little bit more. So I want to say this, guys. I want to say this. See, I've discovered the secret to this internet stuff, right? Here's the secret. This is the game plan they have. What they do is they get, in the beginning, before you know them, they are atrociously rude. They are over the top, crass, crude, derogatory, whatever. Right? That's the way you do it, because you got so much competition, they're trying to be noticed. So it's like F you and this and that and the other thing and the other thing, right? So you notice them, and you can pop up on the radar of people, of the industries. Okay? But as you get a little bit of recognition, as you get noticed, then you start toning it down. You turn down the volume, not to piss off advertisers, not to ruin opportunities. I believe that in the beginning, Joy Reid was an obscure blogger, because she was. In order to be known, to be noticed, to be known, in order to get opportunities, people had to know who she was. And she chose to what? To say things that would get attention. And those things were insightful, derogatory, defamatory, whatever. Insensitive, whatever you want to call it. Not PC, right? To the extreme. It's not just Joy Reid. This is an industry thing. Okay? So I believe she did these things. Now, I'm not slandering her. I'm saying I believe it. I don't know it to be true. I can't prove it. I can't look into her heart. But I'm telling you that's what I believe. Now, it's not good for business at this juncture. People just can't be honest. MSNBC Joy Reid claims the homophobic comments on her blog, The Reid Report, were not written by her, despite the fact that she had already apologized for much of the rhetoric. An internet nonprofit challenged Joy Reid's claim that her blog was hacked. Uh-oh. Somebody else said, Tim Black, you may be onto something. I wonder who that is. A nonprofit internet library on Tuesday challenged MSNBC's Joy Reid, claimed that someone added anti-gay material to an archived version of her now defunct blog. In a statement, the Internet Archive, which maintains a digital archive of websites called the Wayback Machine, said that it had investigated the liberal commentator's assertion in December 2017 following a request from her attorneys. Oh, Reid went legal. When we reviewed the archives, we found nothing to indicate tampering or hacking of the Wayback Machine versions. Read the statement attributed to Internet Archive Officer Manager Chris Butler. At least some of the examples of allegedly fraudulent posts provided to us have been archived at different dates and by different entities. That makes sense. If one person's out to get you, maybe one person will plant something, but multiple people and multiple dates snatted on one time appear. Get where I'm going? Reid first publicly claimed that an external actor had gained access to and manipulated her old blog, called the Reid Report. In a statement to Mediaite Monday, according to the Internet Archive, Reid's lawyers were unclear whether they believed the alteration had happened prior to the original site being taken down from the Internet or within the Wayback Machine itself. The newly surfaced post from 2005, 10 years ago, through 2007, make reference to Anderson Cooper, who came out in 2012 as the gayest thing on TV. And she also stated that most straight people cringe at the sight of two men kissing, and recount that the author was unable to attend Brokeback Mountain, a love story about two cowboys, because she didn't want to watch the two male characters having sex. In December, Reid apologized for a separate series of remarks on the Reid Report that were criticized as anti-gay. The Wayback Machine is a digital archive of the World Wide Web that researchers and journalists rely on for its snapshots of defunct websites in previous iterations of existing ones. Website owners can opt out of their content being captured by the Wayback Machine through what's called the Robots Exclusion Standard, or robots.txt. According to the statement by Internet Archive, a robots text exclusion request specific to the Wayback Machine was placed on the live blog of the Reid Report after his correspondence with Reid's lawyer. The request was automatically recognized and processed by the Wayback Machine, and the blog archives were excluded. Unbeknownst to us, the process is fully automated. Neither Reid nor MSNBC immediately returned requests for comment. Just because I don't like someone's politics does not mean I want them to go down. Just because I disagree with someone's propaganda preaching, misleading people, paid to lie, and I believe she's paid to lie, and paid well to lie. Paid well to lie. That don't mean I want you to go down for something you didn't do. So, Joy Reid, if you did not do this, I support you. That's for the record. Oh, if I don't want Alex Jones ripped off the internet, he said he didn't. He said he don't mean he's not. That's not. He's not. He doesn't. He does not mean to be insensitive to these children or to the deaths of these children. And that's what he said. Well, I don't want that man's channel destroyed because people don't like what he said. And he said he didn't do it, and he apologized. If you see it that way, well, then I extend the same courtesy to Joy Reid. I extend it to anyone. But what I don't like is lies. All right? So, Joy Reid, a little bit of humble pie wouldn't hurt your ass. A little bit of humble pie. You know? I've been forced to eat humble pie on a couple of occasions. Some people trying to make me eat it now for something I didn't do. You know, guilt by association is a dirty thing, man. I take people by their word. I can't look into your heart, your soul, or anything. You know? I take people by their word. I'm a little too trusting. I'm not always sure what people's intentions are, and I tend to give them the benefit of the doubt, you know? I know some of you out there like me, you've done that. You trusted someone, you built a relationship with them, and you thought they meant well. Then you find out they got all these other motives that you didn't sign up for. Not everybody operates with the same rules you do. Not everybody can be open and honest and say, hey, here it is. I tend to be too open and honest to the point where people say, that was rude. Well, what would you prefer? Lies? Anyway, back to Joy Reid, and just to put a little bow on it. Lady, I want to say, so what? But I can't, because I'm a humanitarian. It don't look like nothing's going to come of this. You still got a job. MSNBC can't lose you. You're going to be good. So anyway, I think I covered most of the stories I wanted to cover, but I do have one last thing to do. But before I do that, I want to remind you that this show right here that you're watching is not brought to you by the DNC or the GOP. That's meaning I don't have a job. Someone made a comment to me on YouTube, guys. I got to share it with you because it really bothered me. I released a video from yesterday's live stream. Well, you know, no script. This is about stories. This isn't things to say. I just speak my mind out, open my heart, you know, and just throw it out here, throw it on the mic. You know, I don't got nobody scripting and don't say this, Tim. People can think you meant this or meant this thing. They're gonna misconstrue it, and you don't say that because if you say that, then someone's gonna think something like this, and you know you this, and they're gonna judge you. And you know there's stereotypes, and we live in America, Tim. You cannot. And I'm just talking freely with my friends. So I don't think about all that stuff. I think, you know my heart. You know who I am. You know what I believe. I don't got time to lie. First of all, my memory not good enough to lie. Lies got to have great memories. But anyway, I said something in a show. I said, you know, this is how I feel about Kamala Harris. I can't blow. I don't get paid to lie. In fact, I don't get paid at all. And what I meant was I'm not an employee. You know, I think the people that give to my show, it's not that that's not a disrespect to the people who donate to my show, man. I love the people that donate to my show. Without them, I can't do the show. But it's not an employee relationship. Employees do what they are told. They have to. It's part of the contract. This show, you being a donator, supporter, this show is not you telling me what to do. It's you loving what I do naturally. And whether you agree or disagree with me, you respect the fact that you know that I mean what I say, and I believe it. And I stand behind it. And if I'm wrong, I'll apologize. And I'll try to make it right. But I'm not an employee, dude. So I don't know why you took it that way. No, I'm not paid to do this. I'm supported in what I'm doing because people like when I do this. Now, that may be a distinction without a difference to you, but it means everything to me, man. See, I had a corporate job where I had to do what they told me to do, whether I liked it or not. And the whole time I had that job, I wanted to do this. And my family and I have been through hell and back with me chasing this thing. But if I ever have to do it as a job where someone can do like they did to Ed Schultz. Ed Schultz, great commentator, ethical man. They took his job because he wanted to cover the news the way he saw it. They could do that to Ed. They did that to me in a second. So no, this is not employee stuff. This is heart stuff. I sell pencils at the Metro first. So no. It's not what I mean, brother. I hope my people, my Tim Blacks Wolfpack, I hope you know that I really appreciate you. I hope I say it enough. I hope you guys know that I care, that you enjoy this content and and that we continue this relationship, that we continue doing what we're doing. It's almost, we're moving into 2020. So, let's just keep fighting. Before I go, I want to talk a little about Kanye West because I see something, and this is bad for business. So that's what I'm telling you. I'm not I don't look at this. Listen, I just tell you. Listen, I saw something someone tweeted out about Kanye West and Candace Owens 2020 or 2024, because they're Trump supporters. I want to ask a question. I'm going to ask a question. If Taylor Swift said what Kanye said, if she tweeted what Kanye tweeted, would you then be saying Taylor Swift may have just solved the racial problems in America? Just a question. Why is it you think Kanye West solved the racial problems in America? Why is Kanye West now the most influential, most important person in America? If Taylor Swift tweeted that, or I don't know if you tweeted that. I don't know. Taylor Swift or Pink, I don't know. Would you say that this person is the most important person? No, is it because he's black? That's why he's the most important person, because he said that? Listen, man, if that's what you think, then that means we do have a racial problem, because that's the only why you think this is so important. Listen, man, this is the point. This is the point, guys. Just because I point out something that I feel is valid, is true, does not mean I want anybody to be guilted or anybody to feel like I hate myself, I owe so much to no. We just keep it real here. I tell you about what prisons do. I tell you about what I feel that the prison industrial complex is built for. I tell you about the truth from my vantage point and what I've uncovered. It's not to make anybody feel like, oh my God, this guy just, no. But the reality is, I want us all to work together. That's what this show's been about. But in all due respect, folks, let's not act like Kanye West invented this. All right, he didn't. But let's continue to work together. But we got to be open and honest. There are some people who are manipulating the situation going, oh, this is a good time we mainstream. We are the new mainstream or something. Mainstream sucks. No matter who's mainstream. Let's get money out of politics. I challenge all my conservative people out there, all my people, all my libertarians, all my Republican friends, and my gooey middle centrist Democrats to say, let's work to get money out of politics. It needs to be out of both parties. As long as there's too much money in the game, you can never trust them. They have to raise money, and they have to go to get the money from these corporations. And if they have to go get the money from the corporations, that's going to mean that they can be compromised, because they need that money in order to run, because our damn elections cost so much money. It's not just the politicians, it's the people they're competing against. Everybody's not Bernie Sanders. Everybody can't raise $220 million. We need to get money out of politics. Aren't you tired of Mitch McConnell? Aren't you tired of Nancy Pelosi? Even if you like them, goodness gracious, can they have seats? Aren't there other servants, public servants, who can take their place, who still remember what it's like to drive a car, what it's like to pump gas, what it's like to have children who are sick, and to put some Neosporin on the cut because you don't have the money to go to the doctor? Aren't there still some people who remember regular problems in this country? Doesn't that exist? You don't think those people are just as capable as Nancy Pelosi or Mitch McConnell or Ted Cruz or Cory Booker? They are. The reason why we can't get those people is those people can't compete in a system that's as corrupt as the one that we currently have. And a big part of that corruption is money in politics. So when you say we should band together black, white, Latino, conservative, Republican, liberal, progressive, whatever, and work together, then we should start there. Don't tell me we should start with Kanye West lyrics. Let's start with getting money out of our politics. And then let's not hide from the issues in our society. Let's not hide from them. Let's not deny them because they're inconvenient and too tough to deal with, and do freaking whiteboards about other ideas and stuff. Let's deal with the issues. Poverty, mass incarceration, dirty effing water, corporations running our country, not people who still know what it's like to be working people. So while you say I'm a divider, no, I'm not. I just don't buy BS, and I got a bigger vision. It includes you if you want to be included. Doors open. Just walk through it. Thank you very much for tuning into this edition of Tim Black TV, Tim Black at Night Show. We need more people. I'm willing to go on any platform. On any platform I go on, I commit to being the same Tim Black. I want to talk to people who think differently, and I want to talk to people who think similarly. I want to talk to everybody. That's my job. I talk for a living. We're running out of time, y'all. Help me get to Ohio. Help me get to Pennsylvania, where I can be just as passionate, but make you laugh too, because it's important, and there's nothing like being in person, meeting people. Right now, it's good, but that's the next best. That's the best thing, man, right there. And also, I want to come to your state. I want to come to your city. So I want to continue to do this. Shout out to all the people that support this show. Thank you, Patreons. Thank you, Tim Black's Wolfpack. Thank you, Team Black. Go to TimBlackTV.com. Pick up a T-shirt. Pick up a mug. We got some great designs. We got I Am a Russian Bot, because I don't believe the Russian story. I don't believe it's been proven. I believe the Russian bot, the Russians stole our election, is the biggest conspiracy in the last 30 years is that story. That's the conspiracy. But Dave just kept repeating it, so you think me telling you that the Russian stole our election is the conspiracy. No. No, it's the other way. They're the ones with the theory that's unfounded. With all the money that the U.S. government has to spend, they haven't been able to prove Pookie stole something. Well, if you got all the money in the world with the fingerprint analysis and the cameras, and you got everything, you've been bugging phones for 2 years, you can't prove that Pookie stole, maybe Pookie didn't steal it. Bring me, you should have the footage of Pookie stealing. You ain't got no footage of Pookie stealing. I feel bad for anybody named Pookie, because that name really gets it. Until we meet again, until we talk again, remember, don't you let nobody take your cornbread. Keep your cornbread. I'm out.